Hi guys, and welcome back to AddictedGamingUK. As ever, I'm Rob Sommer, and we are back taking a look at a new game. And this is Astroneer. It's a new indie game that's out on Steam at the moment, and I have to say, I think it's pretty good. I've had a little bit of a play around in it so far, and I have been enjoying what I have seen. So let's hop straight into a new game. So this is our little astronaut just de-docking from the space station, and I'm heading down to this beautiful multicoloured world down below. This is our little base, this little landing pod. This is where we will be living, and this is the planet. As you can see, it's very No Man's Sky-ish, the graphics sort of thing, very bright and things like that. But I have to say, this game is a lot better than No Man's Sky, even in this very early stage. So here's my little astronaut. I'm just moving around with the WASD keys, moving around the camera with my mouse, and we've got this little special tool. It's called like a terrain tool. It lets us dig into the ground. We can also mess around with building things as well. So this is just digging down, and then we can build that land back up. There's also this tool that allows us to smooth it out, but I'm not really too sure on that. The other thing this tool lets us do is collect and harvest resources. So as you see, there's this little baggy thing on the back which has collected some stuff. That is, I think it's called organic matter. You get it for collecting these flowers and things like that. You'll also notice that we've got no power at the moment. So this is basically the HUD for the whole game. So at the top here we've got our oxygen, the blue bar. Then the yellow bar that's just refilling at the moment is our power. This also shows all of the items that we've got on us, and then we've got this little building thing at the bottom. So this is our crafting station as well. At the moment we don't really have any resources, so we need to go out and explore and to get those. You'll also notice this little blue line coming off my guy. This is called a tether. Basically, this is the way we get our oxygen and power and things like that. So whilst we're close to our station, we've got a tether, and then as soon as we move away, you'll notice there, poop, it's disappeared, and now we don't have one anymore. So I'm just going to mine up some of this stuff here. This is called compound. It's one of the resources in the game, and it's quite a valuable one. It's one that you'll be using a lot. So we'll just hoover this up, and as you see, whilst we're away from our space station, you can see that I'm losing oxygen and losing power as well, quite rapidly. There's things you can do to, add-ons that you can build onto your backpack so you don't lose as much oxygen, or you can refill your oxygen quite quickly. But in the early game, you can't really go exploring that much because you've got to stay quite close to your base. But this thing here that I'm just building now is a solar dish. So this is really cool. This fits onto your backpack, and you can see it just there. Unfortunately, I've picked the wrong time to build it because it is nighttime now. So not getting much solar power in the night, that kind of sucks. But you can build these, and you can also build one that will go onto your space station, your little habitat here. That allows you to power up various things. I've also just built something that is very important. These are tethers. So they're little tripods, and they've got little lights on as well, which is cool. But they let you basically explore further, because you drop one of these and it keeps you tethered to your habitat. So you can see there's a little ghost blue line, so that's showing you how far away you can place it. And then, yeah, so you drop one of those and you can just keep exploring. So that is massively useful because, as I said, early game, you can't really go that far. So we're just going to hoover up some more of this compound stuff. And then we'll tether our way out a little bit further. We'll see what we can find just in this little area around our starting base. The game is in early alpha still, so there's loads of stuff that's set to come out. But as it is at the moment, I think it's more than playable. There's enough stuff that you can find and explore and look into. You've got base building and things like that, which I'll be showing you a little bit of in this video. Probably won't get much done because we do need to crack on with getting our resources and things like that in place. So far for resources, let me think, how many is there that's in the game at the moment? You've got compound, you've got some metals and things like that in here. I think there's aluminum and copper, I think the other one is. I'm not sure. This stuff here is quite cool because this is energy. As you see, every time I'm harvesting that, I'm getting a little bit of energy back. But also you can plug this energy into your base, so into the various habitats and things that you build, and that'll power them a little bit. There are more cost-effective ways of doing it, like building solar arrays and generators and stuff like that. That's all stuff that you want to do later on in the game to really get your base up and running really well. I have to say, this is the first time I've ever been on a planet, except I've played it a little bit, this game so far. I've had a quick look. But I've never seen a planet so far that's so, I don't know, like faunery and stuff. Like there's trees and this weird grass stuff all over the place. The last few planets I've looked at were pretty desolate. Oh, but this stuff here, resin. Resin is really important. Resin is what you use to basically build your base. So it's massively important. So we're going to hoover up all of this stuff. Another thing I love about this game is the way you gather your resources. You're just hoovering them up. But as you can see, you have to kind of dig down to find extra little deposits of it. If you just hoovered up what was on the top, you wouldn't find all this lovely, lovely stuff that's down below. And then, you know, it's up to you. You can leave a massive crater, like I do, or you can fill it back in again. But for me, I'm not bothered. I just want to get all the resin I can, so I'll just hoover this up. And then just leave a massive hole, because, doesn't matter to me. But as you see, our backpack is pretty much full. So it is time for us to go running back to our base, and I'll show you how you build up your base. Again, the base building in this it's relatively simple so far, but it's really well implemented. I think it's something that I'd like to tinker around with a lot more. So basically, this little nodule thing on the side of your ship, you click on that to expand, and then it spits out this little bit extra. And this is like a building station. So that built, oh dear. So this is how you build the extra bits, but I have become part of the machine. So that's a bit of a glitch. I can't get out of here, so I think I'm going to have to log and jump back in. 1 sec. Okay, I am back. Yeah, I was part of the machine there for a second, but thankfully I'm out now. And I've built up our first bit of machinery, and this is a smelter. Smelters are really useful because what we need to do is we'll build this extra solar dish. And as you can see, there's a little thing on the front, so I can just plug that in, and that is going to slowly power the machine. But as I said, the smelter is used to make copper at the moment. That's basically all you make with it. But copper is really useful for building other things, like you need it to build a printer, which is like basically a really fancy 3D printer used to make some of your bigger machines and things. Whilst I haven't found any copper yet. I mean, mostly you find copper underneath, so like in caves and stuff. I haven't seen any of those, you know, around here yet. Oh, you'll also notice that when you've got power at your habitat, so that solar panel is powering our habitat, your tether will also feed you power. So as you saw before, the little blue tether line was also showing little chunks of yellow in it. So that's just the machines powering me as well. So that's all cool. Right, I think it is time for us to go out exploring. So let's head off in this direction. So we need to find some better resources. Because at the moment, I've only got compound, really, and I don't really need that. Let's head off this way and see what we can find on this wonderful alien planet. I don't know what to call this planet. If you've got any idea of what to call this first planet that we found, let me know in the comments section below. And the best one, that's what we'll call the planet. Ooh, this blue stuff is quite cool. So this is oxygen. And basically what it does is you can store it in your backpack. And then when you start getting short of oxygen, so if you were to not be tethered for a while, you'd basically just consume that oxygen resource and that would fill up your tank. So again, massively useful. I don't exactly know what the science is behind it. You're basically just eating chunks of oxygen, I guess, but seems a bit weird, but that's the thing. We've got some more. Ooh, what is this? Aha! So this is a lovely spooky cave. And spooky caves is where you find some of the best resources. So let's just move around these tethers a little bit, because I think I'm running low on compound, so I can't really build that many more. So we'll just move these around, so instead of heading off to the side, we're heading into this cave. And then we can go and see what lovely stuff is in here. Right, another thing that I love about the tethers is that they've got a little light on the top, which is really cool, especially when it's getting dark like it is at the moment, especially when you're in the cave as well. Cave, I imagine it's going to get really dark. Oh, there we go. Spooky, spooky cave. So I wonder what sort of amazing loot we're going to find in here. Hopefully we will find some copper, because that's what I kind of need at the moment. Need copper so I can build my 3D printer, and then we can really start building some more amazing stuff. So we've got some, that yellow stuff there is power, kind of does the same as the oxygen. Got some more oxygen here, so we'll grab that. Seeing that I'm not tethered at the moment, so could in theory run out of oxygen. The last thing I want to do is die down here. Oh, excellent. So we've got some hydrazine, which is fuel. And then that other stuff looks like copper. So we'll just tether down here a bit, because obviously I'm in a cave, so my solar panel isn't going to work. But also, I think it's night out there now. Oh, and there's a little hole here. What can we see here? Oop, don't want to fall down there. So that's energy, and this is oxygen. Just grab a little bit more oxygen, just in case I become untethered. I don't want to suffocate. There we go, that'll do. More energy there as well. So I might grab that energy as well, because that'll help me being down here, and, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of mining down here. So we've got this, I don't know what that big purple thing is. That's a bit weird. But this stuff here, this yellowy kind of stuff, that is raw copper. I can't remember what it's called. It's called something weird. Oh, come on. I'll have to... Oh no, that's the wrong tether. So we'll put that one back down. There we go. I want to move this one down here so I can get closer to this stuff. Excellent. Right, so I don't think I've got... yeah, I don't have much space left, so I just want to grab this stuff here. This is the coppery things. And what's it called? I think it's malachite. Oh, I'm getting damaged by something. I don't know what that is. Come on. Oh, I'm dying. Why am I dying? Help. I'm stuck. Ugh. Oh no, those little things seem to be spitting gas at me. That's not good. We'll make one more pass, try and get some more of this malachite, and then we'll head back and get it all. There we go. Ugh, get away from me. Right, that's enough. Let's head back to the base and get that all smelted down. Whew, that was close.